Eyewitness News reporter Jim Dolan has been to Afghanistan. He's been to Pakistan many, many times. We go to him in the newsroom now with more on the man, the most wanted man in the world. Jim, wanted no more.
You know, Joe, it's interesting because Osama bin Laden is not the brains behind al-Qaeda. That probably belongs to Ayman al-Zawahiri, but he was the founding member of al-Qaeda. He was its inspiration, the inspiration of many of the people who believed in al-Qaeda, and he was the world's #1 terrorist. For a decade, he has been the most wanted man on earth, living in the shadows with a $20 million price tag on his head. Osama bin Laden was born in Saudi Arabia in 1957, the son of an enormously wealthy construction magnate with close ties to the Saudi royal family. His privileged background did little, though, to shape his radical beliefs as a young man. And by the late 1980s, he had formed an early version of al-Qaeda, the pseudo-military group that would in time launch attacks against the Saudi monarchy, American bases in Saudi Arabia, and then branch out to Sudan and elsewhere. With many Middle Eastern governments looking to imprison him, bin Laden found refuge in Taliban-run Afghanistan, where he found a kindred spirit in Mullah Muhammad Omar. In time, attacks against the u.s.a. Cole followed. A number of planned attacks failed, as bin Laden and his followers built training camps in various rural areas of Afghanistan. Most of the plans failed. Of course, some did not. On September 11, 2001, al-Qaeda, working under bin Laden's direction, launched a massive and multi-pronged attack against the United States, putting hijackers aboard 4 planes and crashing them into high-profile targets in the United States. 1 struck the Pentagon, 2 hit the World Trade Center, and on a 4th plane believed to be headed to the United States Capitol or possibly the White House, passengers overtook the hijackers and the plane crashed into a field in Pennsylvania. Nearly 3,000 people were killed that day. Eventually, America launched wars against Afghanistan and eventually Iraq in response. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed is the man who came up with the idea for September 11th. He presented that idea as an entire plan to bin Laden almost 2 years before September 11th. But bin Laden is the one who gave the go-ahead. Bin Laden is the one who financed the entire operation. And in 2006, he is heard on a videotape saying, "I am the one in charge of the 19 brothers, the 19 hijackers. I was responsible for entrusting them with this mission." Osama bin Laden is dead.